you can go on to Jada Pinkett, which is also breaking the internet, unfortunately. So we hear Jada Pinkett. She's just making the rounds now, promoting her new book, Worthy. She's mentioned that Chris Rock tried to apologize after the Oscars to her, and Jada didn't really seem, based on her conversation, to be very receptive to it.
Chris Rock tried to apologize to her.
She said yes about her hair,
Bald
about
head,
the
bald
bald
head,
head
yeah,
comment, right? Yeah, no, about
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Chris Rock also she claims Chris Rock also asked her out many years ago because he thought that Jada and Will were going through a divorce from all the different stuff that he heard in the tabloids. She also claims that Tupac is her soulmate, but because there was no chemistry, they didn't go there. But she also says that Tupac asked her to marry him when he was in prison. Tommy Davidson has come out and said that Will was going to beat him up because he kissed Jada in the movie. I'm thinking, I guess it was Woo, that movie many years ago. And Jada also said that she was surprised that Will referred to her as his wife, during the whole Oscars thing, because he hadn't called her that in years. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but I do know that, Stephen A. Smith also was very unhappy about it. I'll let you go and I'll tell you what Will Smith said. And what are your thoughts on all of Jada's stuff?
So far, the things that you shared with me really, I don't believe anything that Jada says because Jada is a liar, and Jada has proven herself to be a big liar. Okay, dishonest, deceptive, and a liar. And just as she's even dragging through all this stuff right now, it's just her way of pouring more salt in the wound and, whatever, and disrespecting Will. And if Will didn't call her his wife, how was he going to refer to her? They aren't divorced, I don't think. What could he call her? Either a wife or an ex-wife. That is the only way he could refer to her. He could refer to her as some other things that would not be so nice. Okay. And that would also be true. So she better be glad he called her his wife. And Will, I guess that's just the person he is. If you are to believe any of that, which I take it all as a grain of salt, only that some of it doesn't come from Jada. Some of it comes from other people. So it may be true about him being, aggressive toward these people. But once again, that was years ago, not when he was in his 50s. That may have been when he was maybe in his 20s or whatever, not when he was in his 50s and been married to the woman for years. So, I don't get it. It's a level of disrespect, and I don't know why Will is even still with her. I do not get it. I do not get it at all. It's unhealthy. It's toxic. And Jada is just making herself look like whatever. Everybody has had many admirers throughout the years. She's naming several people. She's 50 something years old. How many admirers have you had throughout the years? And you're significantly younger than her. How many admirers have you had throughout the years? Okay.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm just saying.
No, yes.
Yeah.
No, there's no reason to mention that.
Right. That's a rhetorical. She don't have to drag through all that and this and that and that and this and whatever.
And but how many admirers has Will had?
Right. You got that right. And how many of us have gone with our son friend and all this and that? How many of us have done that? How come you don't hear her talking about that?
Right.
Okay. So I'm sick of Jada. I'm sick of her. She's disrespectful. She's disgusting. And Will is one big dumbass to even continue to be connected to her. And that's all I have to say. The kids are grown. What are you doing now, Will? What do you think? This woman is doing something good for you? She obviously has no respect, and she does not love you. She don't love you. Whatever she loves is not you.
Well, let me go in a little bit, Ma, and then I'm going to make my comments. So Stephen A. Smith, our boy Stephen A. Smith, who, I like Stephen A. Smith. I do. Sometimes he, is on the wrong side of things, but I'm with him on this. So he said, let me tell y'all what Will Smith does not deserve. He does not deserve what Jada Pinkett Smith has done to him. Now, I know people very, very close to Jada Pinkett Smith, and I am not going to utter a disrespectful word about her. That's not where I'm going. It's deeper than that. There are a few questions that Jada Pinkett Smith deserves to be asked to her. Where's your compassion? Where's your decency? Where is your respect for a man you still acknowledge as your husband? Where's the respect for a man you walked down the aisle with and pledged your life to in 1997 for better or worse, for rich or for poor, and sickness and health till death do you part?
Right.
Somebody got to say it to Jada, plain and simple. Go, go to the Bible, go to the Holy Quran, pick whatever you want. Let's talk about the role of a wife, at least from the perspective of, just sparing him. I'm not getting in the right or wrong. It's none of my business. I know it is uncomfortable and grotesquely unfair to emasculate your husband publicly. Publicly, he's Will Smith.
And she does it over and over again. I'm sorry, sweetie.
It's okay. How much smaller do you want to make him? How could you do this? It's exceeded cruelty. I just want to comment. I know I just read that. I'm 100% with that. With
me too.
That he said.
Me too.
I don't. My thing is that I don't want to hear. I really, honestly, don't want to hear anything else from Will and Jada. And particularly, it's Jada that's just really going off with everything. Guys, whatever with your relationship, let it be between you two. We don't want to hear and continue to see the demise of your relationship, because if you think it's a good thing to legally stay with someone who you apparently have been separated for according to Jada, 7 years, and for a person, Jada, to continuously disrespect him. And Will could be a terrible husband. I don't know how he is at home. But the way that you emasculate him, that is just so disrespectful. And like I said, if he was doing that to her, it would be disrespectful, okay? Because I want everybody to know your husband and wife, they're equals, okay? It's not, the husband is up here and the wife is down here. They're equal. But the way she treats him, Jada, no good luck could come to you. Nothing good can come to you to do that. I don't care. I don't care whatever it is. Leave. You don't want to be with him. You can't stand him. You hate him or whatever it is.
Leave
him alone. Go away.
Step away. That's it. Step off.
And now she's just making money from it. She's just making money from her disrespect.
Right. Absolutely. No, ain't no sorry. You're right. Everything you're saying. I know you don't mean you're really sorry, but no, I feel you 1,000%. And Stephen A. too. Listen. Here's the thing about it. That's exactly what I said. In just an impromptu, statement. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why are you continuing to disrespect the man? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When Stephen A. said Will Smith doesn't deserve that, absolutely, you are 1,000% right. Here's the thing. In life, it's not always what you deserve. It's what the hell you're willing to put up with. Mm-hmm. It's what you're willing to accept. And here's my part with Will. Will, what the hell is wrong? Why are you willing to accept that? I don't care what it is. We all deserve a decent quality of life. I don't care what it is. And if you can't offer me that, and if you can't treat me like the decent human being that I am to you, and even more so because the husband and man I've been to you, and I have given you a good life. I know Jada had her little jobs here and there, but come on, ain't nobody crazy. Everybody knows she's been afforded the life and lifestyle she's had because of Will. Okay? And we all got that. Okay? So, Will, why are you willing to accept that? I don't know what happened before, because she's been disrespectful every time I ever heard her talk to you. It was something dogging you out, being disrespectful every time, for years, from the 90s, every time. Okay, here's my thing. I don't know why you didn't leave before, but damn it, that Augie thing, you should have been out. She disrespected you, her kids, that easy to manipulate young man, and herself. What in the world would you want with her? That wasn't just a regular affair, which is bad enough. I'm not, don't get me wrong. Okay. It's all wrong. But that was so much more profoundly disrespectful to so many more people involved. And she just didn't care just so she could have a fling. Y'all aren't divorced. So she wasn't trying to be out of the marriage, else she would have just hit you with the divorce papers and divorced you. Okay? It takes two to marry. It takes one to divorce. Okay? So she wasn't trying to divorce you. She's still there and you accepting it, Will? What was wrong with you? You should have been gone then. Maybe before then, I don't know. But at that point where she publicly humiliated you, you should have stepped off then. I don't know why you even still with her, Will. What's wrong with you?
And listen, how do we know that Jada never really wanted to get married to Will? She only married him because she got pregnant. Why do we know that? Like, why is that something like all of these? What?
Let me tell you something. She's a liar. She's a liar. She's a liar. She didn't even marry him because she got pregnant. She's a liar. She married him because he had some goddamn deep pockets. Don't kid yourself. Okay? She married him. If she would have got pregnant and he was broke, I bet they wouldn't have got married. I bet if he would have been Joe Blow, okay, like Stephen A. said, like we all know, okay, he's Will Smith. Okay, he's Will Smith. And Will, if he never makes another dime,
why are you allowing? I don't want to listen. He could. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying Will. I'm not saying that Will is the great husband and he's perfect, but she has disrespected you to the point of no return.
I don't care if my husband was a bum on the damn corner, okay? At some point, I cared and loved him enough or cared enough about him to marry him. And I am not going to continue to stay with him and treat him like that. I wouldn't care if he turned to a bum on the corner or I snatched him off the corner when he was a bum. If I saw something redeeming and lovable enough in him, enough to care about him, to tie my life up with him, I am not going to publicly treat him like that. Forget about a man who has cherished me and made me feel good and given me everything for 30 years or whatever it is. Yeah. You know, forget about a man like Will. I wouldn't do that to any man I cared about. Listen, any man I care. I don't care if I took care of him. If I loved him enough to support him, I wouldn't treat him like that.
Listen, we, fortunately, unfortunately, whatever you want to say. No. I'm going to say, we are both have been divorced. Okay.
Yeah.
And whatever the case, I'm not going to say anything bad about
your ex-husband.
Whatever. And I cared. And
I'm still friendly with my ex-husband. Yeah. I'm still even friendly with my ex-husband. And we both been married and widowed and everything since then.
Whatever. That's just come on. And then this woman is still married to the man.
And then you're surprised. You're surprised he referred to you as his wife.
Like
just maybe she's confused. Maybe she doesn't know what that ceremony was that they went through 28, 29 years ago, almost 30 years ago. Maybe she doesn't know what that ceremony was for.
Well, it was 26
maybe she, however many, maybe she doesn't understand that.
She might be confused. I don't know. But Jada, we don't want to see or hear anything from you anymore. And it's just funny because like one of my friends was saying, look, some people are still going to buy her book. I won't be one of them. I know it doesn't matter about me, but I didn't buy Will's.
That's right. Let me tell you something. Not only will I not buy it, I don't even want to hear about it. If I hear somebody talking about it on TV, I'm changing the channel.
We kind of are talking about it because this is stuff coming from her.
Well, I mean, on a different kind of level to promote it, I mean, we're talking about it on a level like, why the hell are you still trying to take advantage of your husband?
Right.
Right.
Okay. All right, Ma. So we can move on. We both know we're sick of it, and I think a lot of people are at this point. Alrighty.
I will be happy to hear that Will is divorcing her.
Yes,
Or,
I
or,
would be.
or, or if she gets it, I don't care who it would be, long as they're getting separate.
Just
But I would
go
like to hear.
on.
I would like to hear that Will got the fortitude and the mental and emotional wherewithal to dump her. I would be happy to hear that. I want him to mug her off.
Well, I would, for me, I would, you're funny, but for me, I would like for both of them to find peace. And it doesn't seem like they're pieces with each other. So go on your separate ways, and find whatever it is that you want for the rest of your life. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bamgboshe Happy Hour.